Hello and welcome. First up, in a major development in the Madhya Pradesh Vyapam scam, the Supreme Court has transferred the investigations and the matter of deaths of various people with links to the Vyapam scam to the CBI. The top court issued notices to the Madhya Pradesh government on a plea seeking removal of the governor Ram Naresh Yadav in the case as well. 2 days ago, the Chief Minister, Shivraj Singh Chauhan, whose government has been badly bruised by the controversy around the Vyapam scam, called for a CBI inquiry, attributing his decision to a wish to honour public sentiment. Well, my colleagues Rahul Srivastav and Siddharth Ranjandas join me for more on this. Siddharth, first to you. We've heard the Chief Minister say that he gave in to public sentiment. Every day, more skeletons tumbling out of the closet. Do you think that there's finally some hope for the people who've been whistleblowers in this case, with the Supreme Court saying that they want a CBI investigation? Are they going to push further for a monitoring of the probe as well?
Well, absolutely. It was the Congress and the whistleblowers who, from day one of the investigation, were demanding a CBI probe. And when they saw Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan, in a way, giving in to the demands before the official, announcement, or that he'll write a letter to the High Court for a CBI probe, they actually started demanding it to be monitored by the Supreme Court. Now that the Supreme Court has admitted the petition, the request by the Chief Minister that a CBI probe should happen in this Vyapam scam, the Congress, the whistleblowers, are trying to ensure that it happens under the monitoring of the Supreme Court, and they are definitely going to push it through. And the Congress yet is not satisfied. Now here on the ground they say they want Chief Minister's resignation also, because he is involved. Also, we are at the state hangar where Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan just landed from New Delhi after visiting Akshay's family, the journalist who died covering the Vyapam scam last week. And from his body language, we could see that he was relaxed. At least he was trying to portray so. Just 2 days ago, he held a press conference saying that with a heavy heart, he's hurt by how the Congress has been trying to malign his image. He is actually giving into the demand of the people and ordering, rather requesting the High Court for a CBI probe. Clenched fist, glooming face. Clearly, he was sad at that point of time. That is what the body language was like. But today, he was his jovial self. He seemed quite normal today, and he said, his opening line in the press conference was, "I am relaxed today. I have full faith in the judiciary. I have full faith in the CBI. They will investigate the case." Also, we asked him on the governor's case, because now the notice has been by the Supreme Court on why his name.
Right. We seem to have lost that connection with Siddharth. We'll get him back and go back to him for more on that. But Rahul, if I can ask you, we know that the Home Minister Rajnath Singh is expected to meet the President in connection with the investigations. There's a cloud over the Governor of Madhya Pradesh as well. What are you hearing from your sources?
Maya, what we can say is that at 6:15 in the evening, Mr. Rajnath Singh, the Home Minister, is going to meet the President of India. Sources are also saying that this meeting was scheduled day before yesterday. So it was at a time when there were question marks being raised as far as the Vyapam scam is concerned, and the question marks over the continuation of the governor. With the Supreme Court having sent notices to the governor and the central government, and the tone and tenor of the notices being largely questioning the continuation of the governor, the pressure certainly is on the central government. And what we are being told by Home Ministry sources, that in this meeting, which is largely being talked about as a routine meeting between the President and the Home Minister, is the fact that definitely the Supreme Court notice and the continuation of the governor may come up. It may come up also in terms of discussion whether a decision should be taken now, because the notices are there from the Supreme Court, or the return of the Prime Minister on Sunday should be awaited. Should a decision be taken after that, or the decision has to be taken given the kind of political pressure might be there, and given the kind of pressure that the court's notices might be applying. The government has to decide much more. The government has to decide also the fact whether Mr. Ram Naresh Yadav, given that his position is untenable today, will be asked to go, means he'll be summarily sacked, or will he be asked to resign by the central government? All these kind of issues may come up at play. Now, the fact is that the central government and the NDA government at power 6 months ago had already decided that Mr. Ramnaresh Yadav should go. But at that time, given the kind of pressure was there on Mr. Shivraj Singh Chauhan, given the kind number of deaths which were there, and there were fingers being pointed at him, at that time the centre had decided, let's wait on it, primarily because there is a petition in the Supreme Court, the matter is sub judice, and also the fact that it may put pressure on Shivraj Singh Chauhan, that why isn't he being acted against? And that is why now the ball is in the court of the central government. There is not much elbow room for maneuverability. That's why we can say it's a matter of time that the government may soon be acting against the governor of Madhya Pradesh. The only one interesting element would be that how he will go now. Will the BJP try to utilize the high moral ground that it has ordered a CBI probe, and also that Mr. Ramnaresh Yadav, if he has to go because of the charges against him, because of the kind of notice he has got, he was a Congress appointee. How the BJP will utilize that space and that template that he was a Congress appointee, one will have to wait and see.
Right, Rahul, thanks very much for joining us with all those details. As Rahul pointed out, a meeting is going to take place at 6 p.m. this evening, and questions being raised over the future of the Madhya Pradesh Governor